Cortes Island is at the northernmost part of the Strait of Georgia, just at the entrance to Desolation Sound. It's 2 ferries away from our closest town, which is where our islanders go to get groceries, to see specialist appointments, to buy socks, and just the necessities of daily life. It's interesting because there is such a dichotomy between the more vulnerable people here and the wealth that comes here, often just seasonally. And I think it's great. Everyone's welcome here, but I also think at the same time, everybody needs to invest in the island in whatever way that they can. The Cortes Community Health Association operates our local medical clinic, so the only full-time medical clinic on the island. And then it also has a program branch, which is where I run the family services program. The Health Association is just one of a number of organizations on the island which create just an amazing social fabric and make this island the amazing place that it is.
My name is Andrea, and I work for the Cortes Island Community Foundation. We resource and support what we call our social profit network. Cortes is a very small island that doesn't have a lot of government support for essential services, and we have around 30 nonprofit organizations here doing that work for our community. We got together during the pandemic. We were talking about the challenges that we were having. For the 30 nonprofit organizations that we have, about half of them have physical offices, and the rest of us just work from home or wherever we can find a spot to work. And so we recognized at that time that people were really looking for Wi-Fi, printer, even just a space for 2 or 3 people to meet. And so the idea of the pod blossomed from that.
The internet provides access to the world. People use it for work, for making plans, for connecting with their loved ones. And so to have that cut off in the middle of the pandemic, even at our library, there was nowhere for people to go anymore to just access free public Wi-Fi. And so that need became just a priority. When I first heard about the Healthy Communities Initiative, it just seemed like a perfect fit for what we wanted to do here. It really planted a seed for what could come next. So this is the pod, our tiny, beautiful trailer, and it is a tiny workspace.
There is nowhere for public Wi-Fi on island, and so you can come even just sit outside the pod and connect to the Wi-Fi very easily. At both of our community halls for all of our events, notices, any job opportunities, we're printing out posters quite often, and I would say the majority of them are printed right from here, from the pod. It's really great accessibility addition to the island.
Well, for me, the pod has been very, very special. I have a situation where I'm actually caregiving, and so the pod is here 24/7. We live where we can't get any signals. We don't have money to buy all the equipment, and we also need privacy. So for me to be able to come 24/7, to have a sanctuary and a place to be has been incredibly important.
We were able to bring in a little bit more infrastructure like market tents and tables, and that's launched a business for a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids. So now that we're on this land, there are so many plans in place for growing it and making it better. This project was really a community effort, really collaborative between many organizations. My recommendation to other tiny organizations out there is work together with your local nonprofit community. We all have the same goals of creating a better place, and how can we get there together?